Peace family, I hope you guys are happy and healthy and doing well. We are at the farmers market on a Tuesday because I no longer go on the weekends. I think they gentrifying it, y'all. We'll talk more about that later, but I'm just going to show you guys what we get because I was talking to some of my friends the other day about canning and like how to make it cost effective and healthy. So what I do is just try to buy things in season or buy them in bulk when I can find them, and then go ahead and can them up or dehydrate them. So I'll show you guys what we can find. And I'm gonna show y'all, they got all these new signs and stuff up, new types of people coming. Customer parking, that's new. Like different types of restaurants. The taco truck is gone. You see different kind of customers. So yeah, we'll see how long it's like this. I'll show y'all what we get. Peace. You can notice the housing that they're building right here next to the farmers market. They have a stage now. They're gonna have a pumpkin patch. There used to be a taco truck right here. Now they have restaurants. A lot of restaurants open here. There's a burger place. Just noticing some changes. We do also go to the black farmers markets, but they don't have a lot of produce. But hopefully we can help them with that. So we try to like walk around and look and see who has the best looking fruit, and then shop around for prices, and then we'll see what we get at the end. So we're still working on it. But I just wanted to show you guys what I meant about it changing. There's like advertisements and stuff up here now, and they didn't used to have that. Anyway, these are new. Okay family, we're back. So we found someone that had pineapples 2 for $5. That's cheaper than the last ones that I canned. Those were $3 each, so I got 6 of them. I needed peppers. I'm going to be canning spaghetti sauce soon. We got some bananas. I think they were like $1.50 a pound. These are just for fresh eating this week and for baking. And then this bag of carrots was $3. I have carrots that we grew and froze, but I don't like to use frozen carrots for canning, so I got these specifically for canning my beef stew. And then these apples, this is $16 worth of apples because they were 3 for $2, and they were larger apples, so I thought that was a pretty good deal. And I also got this ginger because I'm going to be making my fire cider soon, and I don't plan on pulling any of my planted ginger out until next season. So I'll show you guys what I do with these later on. Peace family. So it's actually been a few days, and this morning we had multiple appointments for people to be in our house, so I wasn't able to record what I was doing, but so far all I did was cut all the pineapples up. So I'm going to show you guys what I have. And I got to take a break. I'm going to cover these pineapples up, go to the store, and come back, and then we'll finish. So this is all 6 of my pineapples. Some of them are chopped, and some of them are these little rings. And that's just because some of them I felt like I needed to cut more into or cut more out of. This is a pretty big bowl, so it should make a good amount of jars. On the stove, I think I've shown you guys this before, but I'm making tea, so I just finished boiling these pineapple rinds, and now I'm going to add my herbs and stuff in there, and I'm going to let that sit on the stove. Today everybody is feeling not so great in my house, so I'm just trying to get everybody feeling better. This is a big old bag of compost. Now, I took a little longer than I do sometimes to cut these pineapples up and process them. If I would have taken less time, I would have less compost because I would have less suspect rinds and I would be freezing the rinds. But I did get like 3 quarts of very clean pineapple rinds that I put in the freezer to make more tea later on. And then I decided to keep 2 of these tops to maybe plant at mommy's house. Another thing that you can do with your pineapple rinds is make pineapple jelly. I've tried it once and I did it with my apple pectin and it didn't jelly, but it made a really, really good syrup that we use on our pancakes sometimes. Or sometimes when we don't want to just drink plain water, we'll pour a little bit of that in our water bottles. And so we're still using it, but it didn't turn out to jelly. But if I try it again and I get it done successfully, I will definitely share that with you guys. So I'm going to take a break and throw my herbs in this tea, go to the store and come back, and then I'll show you guys. We have to still juice the apples, and then we'll can the pineapples and the apple juice. All right, see you later. Peace. Okay, family, so I'm just now starting to get everything set up. Is it taking all day? Yes. Am I going to be happy when I'm done? Yes. So I juiced my apples. I munched on a few. I have my towel laid out, so this is where I'm going to sit my jars and fill them up while they're hot. I'm going to use this rag to rub the vinegar on top of the jars. I have my pineapples here sitting in their own juice and apple juice coming up to a boil or a simmer. And then I have my jars in here sterilized, clean, and getting hot so that I can transfer hot pineapples and juice into hot jars. So I'm just now about to go get my recipe, because I remember everything except for the headspace. I think it's 1/4 inch headspace or 1/2. See, I don't know. So I need to find. I have a little binder. That has my recipes. Let's see if this actually works. Carrot cake jam, jam and jellies, pickles, marmalade. Oh, did I forget? I think I forgot to reprint the pineapple one. It's not in here. That's my bad. I think it got messy and I was like, I'm going to reprint it and put it in there. And I did not. So let me just check it. Hold on. I just found it and I'm not even going to show y'all what it looks like. But I am going to process my pints for 15 minutes in a boiling water bath. And I'm going to leave a 1/2 inch headspace. So I was close. But I was definitely not sure. And with canning, you want to be sure. So I'm going to fill the jars with the pineapples and the juice hot to 1 inch headspace. And then I'm going to drop it in my water bath canner. You have to have at least between 1 to 2 inches of water over your jars when you're water bath canning. You want to start your time when it gets to a rolling boil. So I will show y'all as much as I can. All my kids are not feeling well today, so I don't have any camera people. And I just have a lot going on, so I couldn't look for the tripod. But I'm trying to share. I hope this is helpful. Peace. Okay, family. So what I would normally do is fill 3 or 4 jars at a time. I feel that works better for me. Not to feel like I'm too rushed, but also to keep my jars and all of my contents hot. So now I'm just getting my hot jars out, and then I'll be ready to fill them up. I'm going to fit as many pineapples as I can into these jars. And then I will pour the apple juice on top to a 1/2 inch headspace. I'm going to debubble it, and then I'm going to check my headspace again. I'll wipe the top of the rims with vinegar just to make sure that I get a good seal, and that my jars are nice and clean. And then we'll cover them up fingertip tight and put them back into the canner. So this is my process. Enjoy. Okay guys, so I'm actually going to cover this. I'm not going to seal it because I'm water bath canning, but closing it up helps it get hotter faster. So I want this to get to a rolling boil, and then I'll start my timer for 15 minutes. Okay family, they are out. So what I do when my timer goes off for the 15 minutes, I open the top of the canner, I cut the heat off, and I let them sit for another 5 minutes, and then I pull them out just like this. There will be water on top. You may be tempted to knock that water off. Just leave it, it'll steam off. You don't really want to turn your jars too much and let liquid go in and out of them. And as you can hear, they are sealing, so that's what you want to hear. I love to see them boiling still. This is my favorite part, to see the bubbles moving and all that good stuff. So I think it's looking good. I'm gonna take a quick break because I do have more. So we'll see how many jars this ends up as at the end. Peace. Okay, family, so it's the next day, like in the afternoon, and I really just got my kitchen recovered fully from yesterday between canning and then still having to make a quick chicken salad with some canned chicken after that. I was pretty pooped, and so we're here now to see if everything sealed correctly. And I think I'll end this video here. I'll have to show y'all. Well, actually, I've already done beef stew. I recorded my first time canning beef stew. I am holding my holders the incorrect way in that video, but I will link that video below. I'm going to do the same thing, except I'm going to use a thicker beef. So they're going to be like 1-inch squares. And then also I'm going to raw pack them. So I'm going to raw pack them, but I'm going to pour very hot broth over them before canning them in hot jars in a hot canner. So I think those are the only differences on that. So I'll show that below. But hopefully this video kind of helped show you guys what I got going on here. So we ended up with 11 jars, and to test them you just want to pick them up kind of by the top. They look great. They look yummy. I will clean these jars off so you can see they look slightly cloudy. You can put vinegar in your water. Maybe I didn't put enough vinegar in my water to keep it from doing that. I'm not going to show you guys each one or test each one in front of you, but they look fabulous. They are going to taste so good. So I'm going to wash these up and put them in my little mini pantry. Y'all comment below if you want me to show you my mini pantry. But yeah, I think overall they're looking good. So 6 pineapples gave us 11 jars of pineapples canned in apple juice. Okay, so this isn't done yet. This is my first time doing it. I'm just showing y'all how it looks. I put it on for 7 hours at 135. And my thoughts on this are they can go in like oatmeal. You know, you put apples in oatmeal. Maybe yogurt or something like that. So I'm gonna put it on for a little longer, let it keep on drying, and just put it in a jar with an oxygen absorber. Okay, so now outside, I have some work to do. I have a show coming up for my jewelry and crystals. So I've got work to do, but y'all know the garden is always calling me, and I just wanted to sit out here and kind of finish this video up, because I do have food scraps that are out here. So I took those pineapple rinds to mommy's house and I buried them in the bed where we pulled the sweet potatoes out. I'm going to be composting in place in that bed pretty much all winter. And also throwing more soil and stuff like that, and some old soil in there, and just trying to add nutrients in there and let it rest a little bit and aerate a little bit, and bring in some worms a little bit into that area over the winter time. But I also have some apple scraps here. Now, if you grew your own apples organically and you know they're not sprayed or anything, or you cleaned them up with your, I like to use either apple cider vinegar water or a citrus water, like lime or something like that, to clean the outside of the apples. You can use the scraps to make an apple cider vinegar. You can make an apple jelly or something like that. I chose not to do that this time. I brought my scraps outside, and I still have some plant starts that I showed you guys in a different video that needs to be planted, like broccoli and stuff. And broccoli is a pretty heavy feeder, so these plant scraps are gonna go up under some broccolis, most likely. So I think if you want to preserve food that you grow or that you purchase, it's worth it, excuse me, if you do your best to make the most use of all of what you get. For instance, with the pineapples, we could throw the rinds away, or we can make some tea, or we can make some jelly. You can throw the top away, or you can plant the top, you know. With the apples, again, you can juice them, and then I use the pulp and put it in the dehydrator, where I could have threw that pulp away. Or you can put it in the compost, or you could just throw it away. You know what I mean? So it's like, as far as you can stretch a thing, stretch that thing. I learned with the broth, I haven't brought broth in like 2 years, because I learned that you just keep your bones from stuff you're already eating, and then you keep the veggie scraps from stuff you're already eating and make the broth and can it, you know. And so it's like, okay, well, I'm buying this rotisserie chicken, or I buy this whole chicken to cook, and it costs a certain amount of money, and it can give me maybe 1 or 2 dinners, but it can also give me broth. And then if I take it a step further and I dry those bones out and crush them, then that can give me bone meal from my garden, which in turn feeds my plants, which in turn feeds me. So I guess this video was really about stretching the thing. And a lot of the things that I'm learning to preserve is in preparation for me when I am able to grow them. I don't know if I'll ever grow pineapples. I will have to have a lot of land to give space to pineapples, because they take a while to grow and you only grow 1 per plant. And I have 5 people in my family and just a little yard that we're trying to grow a lot of food in right now. But if I did have space, I would love to stick some pineapples. I did save 2 tops that I might plant over there on Mama's land, so I'll take you guys along for that. But I say that to say the tomatoes, the paste, and all that different stuff, if it's not something I'm growing, then I'm doing it for practice when I am able to grow that amount, and then I'll know how to do it. Also, it's for eating in season. When pineapples are no longer in season, my kids will still be happily eating these, hopefully, if I can do 1 more batch, which I'm going to run to the farmer's market and see if I can get more of those 2 for $5 pineapples and do 1 more round. So we'll see if I can get that done. But when you get the fruits in season, they're cheaper and they are probably healthier, because it's when they're supposed to be growing, so you don't have to like do a lot of different things to make them grow, or spray them with a lot of things to keep stuff off of them when it is their season. And so learning to preserve your food helps you to eat in season, and it also helps you with costs. When costs of things go up, hopefully you have a little bit of preserve in your pantry. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope y'all didn't hear my kids doing too much sniffling and coughing and sneezing in the background. I told y'all it's been a tough week. We were supposed to have a field trip today, and I canceled the field trip. I'm just trying to keep them home and healthy. So right now they're getting a little bit of air. They've been getting a lot of bit of rest. They are getting rest. Sorry about that. Mommy just called me. Rest and herbs, echinacea and whatnot out of the garden, and yarrow and stuff like that. So anyways, I hope this video was enjoyable. You guys, let me know what's going on in your kitchens and in your gardens. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.